Blessed be and welcome all of my Scorpio people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting March 17th, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And if you are between the ages of 38 and 44, maybe want to check out a new video I put up recently all about the Pluto square, an astrological transit that makes the Saturn return look like an amateur, and it's not talked about very much in the mainstream astrology world. Whether you're just starting it, in the middle of it, or you're over the hump of it, it's going to be relevant to you if you're between the ages of 38 and 44. And it'll be pretty entertaining for those of you who enjoy Buffy the Vampire Slayer or wouldn't mind a major astrological transit being discussed through the context of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, the 18th and the 19th, we've got the Sun conjunct the North Node and Neptune together in Pisces. And it looks like your personal life is going to be going through a very powerful shining process because the means for some kind of important accomplishment or win to be realized are all coming into view. Whether this is around a romantic aspiration, a relationship goal, or something that you are trying to maybe get some lift off with a personal business or creative project. If you've been lacking in terms of maybe a path to set for yourself, or a schedule, or even people, connections, or tools or resources to make these things happen, this is a couple of days that can really help things line up. On the 20th and the 21st, we've got the Sun and Venus retrograde in a sextile to Pluto. And this is a very weird combination of planets because it's gonna stir up some awkward stuff, but for the good. And for a lot of you, this is going to be doing a lot of work switching up the pieces around a lot of family matters and possibly even some work or community affair matters, and revealing and, kind of pointing out where a lot of bad eggs, not just in terms of people, but maybe even circumstances that we have going on, and starting to switch and swap out those bad eggs. It's going to be an awkward few days, but it is also something that's going to be very good to you once it's come and done its thing. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Scorpio, here's your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus for this week, you've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And this is one of our quit cards, or one of our drop cards. And a lot of this week is going to be about you getting chances to make some important quits or some important drops of things that maybe you've not really already had a good time with. If you have been in spaces in life, we have all been there, where you've had to hold on to something you didn't want to hold on to. You had to keep involved with things you didn't want to keep involved with. You had to maintain obligations that you weren't really getting anything back from. The Page of Pentacles reverse is a really good card to get because now we get the chance to quit. We get a chance to shut things down. Just be mindful as well, though, with the Page of Pentacles reversed. This week will also bring up things that you do need to be ready to reject so that you don't take on more of the same bullcrap. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work, job, and finances, you've got the Five of Cups upright. And the Five of Cups is the card of confrontation of loss, hurt, disappointment, grief, or something that has not worked out, but likely something that has already kind of been a problem. The Five of Cups never really introduces new problems, but what it does is it forces us to face situations that are already in a problem way, and nobody's been really dealing with it yet. Now, this could be something that comes up on the job, or around a financial matter, or around a family matter. But the good news is with the Five of Cups is that it's getting faced at all, because for the people that do actually take the situation on head on and go through this, you're also going to be given a bridge over troubled waters. For your communications or your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Emperor in reverse. And there is probably going to be a confrontation or some kind of challenge coming up with somebody that either is abusing or maintaining a position of authority somewhere in your world. And again, this could happen on a social group front, a professional front, maybe even a household or family front. With the Emperor reversed, we typically see a person that is either they're falling into one of two extremes. Either they're becoming the micromanaging, domineering, overly controlling tyrant, or they are in the opposite space, sort of the wild card, disorganized, won't do for themselves, but wants to be in charge while also doing nothing kind of place. This is the kind of person who likes to think of themselves as a king or a queen, but is shit for their kingdom. And what can often happen with the Emperor reversed is that we do need to be ready to, whatever extreme they're on, shut this person down. For your challenge this week, you've got the Moon reversed. And the Moon card reversed is actually not a bad challenge. It's actually a really good challenge because the Moon card reversed is all about reveals that also solve puzzles or solve riddles and end bad circumstances. And so when we have the challenge of the Moon reversed, what can sometimes happen is we've seen some pretty difficult cards here so far. You might have to be ready to face problems or challenges that you've been avoiding being completely transparent with. Ending things like diplomacy, avoidance, or challenges that maybe you've been kind of like, God, I wish that damn thing would go away on its own. But with the Moon card reversed, this is a week where we have to be upfront. We have to be making a lot of things plain. And if you do, it's going to be a good week. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Hangman in reverse. The Hangman reverse is all about things snapping into action after being on hold or on a pause or getting put up on a shelf for a while. And this can be a very sweet week in love because with the Hangman reversed, a lot of you who've been maybe in a space where you and a partner or a significant other, or maybe just somebody you're interested in or somebody new, that have not necessarily been able to maybe step forward with a plan of action or step forward with an ideal because of other obligations. We had to freeze it. We had to, again, put it up on the shelf for a little bit, are going to be able to have it in hand this week. Sometimes this can also show up where likely maybe a waiting period for something is over, or something that has been maybe keeping a good opportunity out of sight is finally bringing that opportunity forward into plain view. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.